Interior, and I have a nice gradual curve. That was one of the things I always am after in terms of doing bowls. I like to see that interior curve just nice and gradual, and we got that by opening the clay up and working that area, the transition from bottom up to side and things, so that there is that natural flow of the piece. Now I have a wooden rib that's got a curve to it, but it also has a flat area, and one of the things that we oftentimes do is flare out our rim with that. And another thing that we oftentimes do is use another rigid rib that has teeth on it that gives us a combed rim. That is sort of one of the things that I think most people recognize as sort of a signature element of some of the things that we do. Yeah, I see a little air bubble there. Using this, I back up the pressure that I'm going to be putting with the synthetic rib, get it moving slow, and do that combing. That eventually, Linda, why don't you grab a platter or a bowl that has that and show them the end product of what that looks like. I'm using the back end of the needle tool. It's just round like a dowel, and I put a little groove there, and what that does, I'm thinking ahead to when I'm glazing, and that sort of creates a stop or a dam. When I pour glaze into this and do layering of glazes and things like that, I can swoosh the glaze around and it comes up to that rim and stops, because eventually, as you saw in that finished piece, we rub some glaze into the grooved combed areas and then rub it off, so it's a mixture of the raw clay and glazed areas in the grooves of the combing, and that accents that texture and things. But we don't put glaze onto the rim because it would sort of mask over the combing part of it. I'm back to using that natural elephant ear sponge to smooth the rim out, and I'm taking some burrs off of any areas and just take a swipe over the last, sort of clean up of that surface, making sure that there's not water drops or something that could eventually create some problems with the clay. The next thing I'll do is I'll cut this bowl away from the bat, but I'll leave it on the bat. It has to stiffen up depending on the conditions, whether it's real dry and whatever. It might take 3 or 4 hours at least to stiffen up before I can flip it over. Want to get me the